Sometimes a feud hits a point where everything spills into the open. And that's exactly what happened the moment Sean Diddy Combs finally reacted to the Netflix documentary, a project he called a shameful hit piece, a one-sided attack, and something designed to tear down everything he built. But this wasn't just about Netflix, this was a shot fired across the timeline. And 50 Cent immediately caught the smoke. Because if there's one thing the internet knows, it's that 50 Cent never misses a chance to go after Diddy. And this time, the rivalry exploded louder than ever. The Netflix documentary landed like a bomb. Within hours, clips went viral, hashtags took over, and fans started dissecting every accusation, every rumor, every old story that resurfaced. The tone was aggressive, the claims were heavy, and the editing made it clear Netflix wasn't holding anything back. The internet was hooked, but Diddy wasn't impressed. According to him, the entire project twisted unverified accusations into sensational drama. He blasted it as a coordinated narrative, something pushed by people who wanted to capitalize on controversy instead of truth. And whether viewers agreed or not, one thing was clear. The documentary wasn't made to be neutral. But the real firestorm didn't start until 50 Cent jumped in. As soon as the documentary hit trending lists, 50 Cent did what he always does. He weaponized humor, memes, clips, jokes. A full-blown parade of trolling aimed straight at Diddy. He didn't even try to hide it. He reposted reactions. He teased his own upcoming doc. He claimed Netflix only scratched the surface. And fans knew this wasn't random. The rivalry between these two goes back years. One of hip-hop's longest, pettiest, and most unpredictable beefs. So when 50 celebrated the Netflix release like it was a holiday, Diddy took it personally. And that's when everything got louder. Section 3. Diddy breaks his silence. After days of speculation, Diddy finally snapped. In a sharp statement, he accused Netflix of turning gossip into entertainment. He said the documentary was built on editing tricks, missing context, and claims that have never been proven. He didn't name 50 Cent directly, but the message had the same energy as a pointed finger. He said the timing wasn't a coincidence. He said certain people had been pushing narratives for years. And he said he wasn't going to let a streaming platform rewrite his entire legacy. The internet instantly assumed one thing. This was aimed at 50 Cent. But that wasn't the part that shocked people. Over the last year, stories around Diddy have multiplied. More lawsuits, more claims, more people speaking out, all still unproven, but enough to fuel endless online discussion. And Netflix knew the public was already curious. They leaned into that curiosity hard. Even people who don't follow Diddy's world tuned in, just to see what the noise was about. Meanwhile, rumors began circulating that the documentary left out key details, context that didn't fit the narrative Netflix wanted. Reports online suggested producers focused on the most shocking angles to drive views. And whether viewers believed the doc or not, one thing was obvious. The media machine was fully activated. But the moment 50 Cent escalated things again, the feud turned personal all over again. 50 didn't dial anything back. He went bigger, more trolling, more comments, more hints that he had stories that the public hadn't heard yet. Fans started joking that 50 had been waiting for this moment his entire life. He even began promoting his own documentary project, one that, according to rumors, goes even deeper into the allegations. The public treated it like round 2 of a boxing match. People picked sides, tweets exploded, clips went viral, and the tension started spreading far beyond the two artists. Because behind the scenes, something else was happening, something that made the industry nervous. Celebrities who used to openly praise Diddy suddenly went quiet. A few unfollowed him. Some stepped back from collaborations. Reports claimed insiders were anxious about what might surface next, not just about Diddy, but about anyone connected to him during his peak era. Rumors online suggested Netflix wasn't the only platform preparing content. More exposés, more deep dives, more untold story formats. The sense of fear wasn't loud, but it was noticeable. And in the middle of all that noise, Diddy tried to take back control of his public image. Diddy didn't just deny the documentary, he pushed back against the entire narrative being built around him. He called the coverage exaggerated. He said the internet had become a courtroom with no judge and no evidence. He insisted people were making conclusions based on edited clips designed to provoke outrage. For the first time in years, he looked genuinely frustrated, not just at 50 Cent, but at the whole ecosystem built around sensationalism. He claimed he was being targeted because taking down a powerful figure makes headlines. And he said the truth would eventually come out. But while Diddy tried to reclaim the narrative, the internet was doing something unexpected. What happened next surprised everyone. The public didn't unite behind one side. They split straight down the middle. Half the internet believes Diddy is being unfairly dragged through the mud. They say Netflix exaggerated everything. They think 50 Cent is obsessed with revenge. The other half thinks 50 has been right all along. They want more docs, more exposés, more behind-the-scenes details. TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, every platform became a battleground for opinions. And the worst part, the story is still developing. Diddy's statement wasn't just about a documentary, it was a declaration of war. Against Netflix, against the rumors, and indirectly against 50 Cent. And 50, he's treating this like fuel. The rivalry has now grown beyond music, beyond business, and beyond simple trolling. It has become one of the biggest celebrity conflicts of the decade, a clash between legacy, media power, and public perception. And with new reports popping up almost weekly, one thing is certain. This isn't over, not even close. If anything, this is just the beginning.